Hi friends, Renee Keys here with Carolina Creative, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here with some more crafting ideas for you today. I'm going to show you my host code for the month of May is here. You can reach me at or hashtag Carolina Creative, and I can also be found on stampinup.net. I'll leave this on my glass mat here, my work surface. Today, I just want to share an idea for a pretty quick card and a good way to use up some old designer paper or even just cardstock if you have some colors you want to get rid of. I do have out my hexagon punch, and let me go ahead and flip down to my work area here. You can see I've started punching some paper. I have some of this stippled rose paper. This is just leftover. I've already punched a couple of these hexagons. I'm just going to start working with these and using some of this scrap paper just to use it up and get rid of it. Some of us, and I'm guilty, like to hoard paper, and it gets to the point where we do need to just start using it so that it's not taking up space in our craft rooms. So you need probably about 5 hexagons, maybe a 6th one as a spare. Because I'm not going to completely line these up, I'm going to end up cutting some edges off. I think I can get away with just 5. So I'm going to start playing with this. I actually like this part of the flower better. I'm going to have to decide if I want to use a punched out sentiment, like I have a leftover here that says thank you, or if I'm going to flip one of these and just stamp on it. So I'm kind of playing with some of those ideas. I've got just a white card base here, and then I did cut a piece of Calypso Coral because it coordinates with all these colors. And I've cut this to be 5 inches by 3 3/4. So I'm letting a little more of the white show through on the edges here. And then my thinking is I'm not going to center all this up. I want it a little bit off center, and that's where I'll end up cutting the edge here once I adhere it. I'm just playing with what I think this layout is going to look like. And if I cut that, nope, that and that don't match up. So yeah, I'm playing with how this could conceivably go together, or if I need some more of this, which I think I do. And I just need a little bit, so I'm going to cut what I want to show. Let's see if this will work. If this will give me just enough. This is what happens when we start designing on the fly. So now if I put, and trim that, and I do kind of have a running pattern here. Ooh, I'm liking it. Okay, so you can see where I'm going with this. I'm now going to start gluing this. So I think what I've just decided is that I'm not going to stamp on here. I will go ahead and use this thank you. So let me kind of lay this out again and see how I'm going to do this. And I'll cut that off once I see how much I need. Yeah, it's a little random, a little artsy, and I'm good with that. I've got my snips here to go ahead and trim off what I don't use or what I don't need once I see how I'm going to lay this out. I'm almost going edge to edge though. I mean, that does work. I'm going to leave a little bit of a divider space in between there. Yep, I'm liking that. Okay, so I'm going to start. I could have started in the middle. I'm going to start on this edge though, and then everything will have to line up based on that. So a little bit from the top on that's closest to you, and then yep, I will add that last. I'm going to zigzag, basically go on a diagonal here so that they fit together. And you can see I'm using liquid glue rather than Stampin' Seal. I want to be able to slide these just a little bit if I need to, like I did there. Yep, I'm liking that. That's just enough. Now I could have had these touching. You know, if I didn't want as much of the background color to shine through, could have put these all touching each other, you know, like this. Just for some reason, I want more of the background color to show through since I have white cardstock under. And now I need to leave a similar, oh, I have a little bit of glue seeping through there. Leave a similar edge here that is just going to fit. And then this one goes on. Yep, the flowers. I don't know if there's really an up and a down to these, or horizontal or vertical. They could go either way. I just think the way this flower looks, I like that the best. And now I'm just going to glue this edge because I'm going to cut the rest off. I may be able to make another card with some more pieces. Leave a little bit of buffer there, and you can see what I'm going to be snipping. And yes, I have glue on my work mat just to keep it from getting all over. I'm going to get most of it up, but I'll have to clean this when I'm done. So now I'm simply going to trim these edges. This is trash. Okay. And then trim. I've got a little bit of glue on here, so yes, that's going to be messy. I will be cleaning my snips when I'm done too. And then I will have my layer, there we go, to go on the card base. I do want to put, I'm not going to stamp a sentiment or anything on the inside, but to coordinate, I do have my Calypso Coral ink, and I pulled the small rose out of the Stippled Roses die because it goes with a lot of this paper. And I'm just going to stamp, oh, I like the leaves down on that side. I'm just going to stamp a rose on the inside just to give it an image, but there's lots of room now for writing, you know, a note or a message on the inside. So what I want to do, that's going to dry. Let me make sure I've got a good crease on this. This extra thick cardstock doesn't always lay real flat. So for this, I will use my Stampin' Seal. I want to make sure I get this adhered really well to the card base, not have corners popping up. Here we go. This was not wanting to feed before, and I can see I've got a problem again. My Seal Plus is right here, so let me just grab that. This is extra heavy duty, so now I know this is not going to come off. And let me flip this over and center this up so I have equal margins on all sides. And it was just a hair. I think I moved it just enough. Okay, I'm liking that. I've got a little twine that coordinates with all of this, and I've still got my sentiment. And I think I'm going to put the sentiment, I might just put it right smack in the middle. I'm kind of liking that. And I'm going to use the liquid glue again. You could have put dimensionals behind this. I'm a little concerned about all these edges, though, getting crushed if I did that. This is going to provide a little bit of texture, too, because of the, it was a hybrid embossing folder along with the ink, and so I really like how that pops. And now I'm simply going to tie a little bow here and add that. I think that's just a sweet little addition. And so I'm just using up some old, like I said, leftover designer paper. I'm going to get out a glue dot for this. And it didn't pull it off the back here. Here we go. And then put this right under the thank you. And there we go. I have just made a sweet little card. And using up some old material. There we go. Got the camera going. Punched out of a set of Designer Series paper, some scraps that I had, and made a thank you card. Did put a rose on the inside to coordinate. I can show you, I played with this earlier and pulled out, again, this is Mango Melody. I had a bunch of paper that had this color, so you can see I did something very similar. Used the word celebrate, put a little bit of ribbon. I did put a happy birthday message on the inside, but these can be very quick cards and a good way to use up some of the extra Designer Series paper that you have. So thank you for joining me today. Look forward to seeing you on the next video. Stay tuned.